Hi, and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. I'm Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me as well. We just wanted to thank you for watching.
Yes. Hey, Bobby.
And hey, and while you're here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You could follow me on YouTube as well as Chaos and the podcast channel, which all three of those channels will be streaming this very show you're about to watch. All these counselors start dropping dead, left and right. Heinous killings. Turns out, that kid who drowned the year before, his mother came back to that camp and exacted revenge.
The unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel? Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor. We've had contact with them. Radio.
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9.
Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Have you attempted any of this plan as yet?
Yes, Excellency.
It's too bad it must be handled this way.
You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid!
My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Hi, Mickey. Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking at this point, what have I done? Nothing was working out, and I wanted to get off of Earth.
You're applying to be an expendable?
Yeah.
You read through the whole application.
I should have read through it.
Once you die, we'll print a new version of your body.
They made me work my ass off on one mission after another.
Every time you die, we learn something new, and humanity moves forward.
Oh, wait. He's alive. It's fine.
My life is gonna be beautiful.
Mickey, it's not looking very good for you.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure you're used to it by now, but what's it feel like to die?
Even on my 17th go-around, I hate dying.
Why aren't you dead?
Multiples.
In the case of multiples,
It's just like
we exterminate every individual.
tell me,
Let's blow up these second-hand baloney boys.
Why don't you guys do rock, paper, scissors, and then we'll just shoot the loser.
tell me quick. Love a kick.
I don't like you, but I'm you. I'm not you. I'm gonna kill you.
Tell me quick.
This is so exciting!
I used to listen to people asking for help. That's what I was trying to do, was help people. But I was fooling myself. Darkness only responds to darkness. I'm Daredevil.
I have made many mistakes, but I accept the debt I'm paying because of them. Prison has changed me.
What is it you're saying?
I want to make a deal.
He's claiming to have changed, but they don't know him like I do.
The last time that we spoke, you threatened me. That is something that I cannot forgive.
I'll stop him for good this time.
There's only one way to stop me, but you're not going to do it.
You sure about that?
Just be careful that you don't become the monster.
Try to make this city a better place. I will tell the world who you really are. Someone who's now showing his true colors.
Sometimes you have to hurt one person for the greater good.
The city needs a new villain. I think I might have found him. Daredevil is our true public enemy.
According to eyewitnesses, the brutal attack has been carried out by none other than Daredevil.
Who are you? I'm Daredevil.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Oh my God. StreamYard. There we go. Yes.
Yeah,
we are alive.
That was laggy for me as well.
Well, it not only is it laggy, like I don't know if you noticed when I started the pre-stream, like it started like it was a window, like we were watching it, so I had to figure out how to set it so it would be full screen, and then StreamYard's been glitchy.
It really started to fall apart during the Mickey 17 trailer.
Oh, did it?
Oh God, like it was frozen on one image while the audio kept playing.
Yay!
Yeah.
StreamYard. It was really glitchy during the last initiative stream too. Like apparently, like we were showing articles and shit like that, and like it looked fine on our viewer end, but the audience was saying, "Oh yeah, you guys are off to the side, like you're showing a screen, but there's nothing on there." And then you look at the stream, and it's like we're just talking, and
but
the article's
there.
not visible. Yeah, and it's like Jesus Christ, StreamYard, what are you doing? Like the nice thing about StreamYard is it provides like a nice like way for a group of people to stream together easily, but it's not gonna be that way if it keeps on fucking up.
No, if it keeps fucking up, we can't go back to Skype. That's gone forever.
No, Skype. Well, technically, it's not gone for another couple months, but yeah, we'd probably do Discord and shit like all the other shit we've tried before. But
go back to Discord, yeah,
yeah. But yes, StreamYard, get
your
better.
poop in a group.
Yes. Do better than the federal government right now. You can do better, please. But you know what? It's all worth it because now apparently there's these demo scenes options in beta that I'm not even sure how to do anything with. So thank God that's there. That will justify everything.
Yeah, sure.
But you know what? We got a show to get to. We're discussing, as you might have guessed from the trailers, two sci-fi classics with Mickey 17 and Plan 9 from Outer Space, and then we also got Daredevil season 3, which is something I have actually never seen before now. So you will get my initial first thoughts watching these first 4 episodes.
Yeah,
But,
and rewatching the first few, I remembered this is when I started to check out of Daredevil. I remember a lot of these points, and I remember not being that impressed with it.
Oh, okay. Well, we will get to it soon enough. But right now, we have to talk about the fucking nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
The nightmare fuel for nightmare fuel. If you want to give your nightmares, this is what you show them. I showed this I watched this while my son was in the room this weekend, and I deeply regret it because this is an absolutely terrifying movie for him to watch. And I didn't even know how to address it with him afterwards because, he was just scared afterwards. I swear he was scared. He wasn't laughing. He was scared. No, we are, of course, discussing the cinematic masterpiece by Ed Wood himself, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Pure nightmare fuel in this movie. Oh, my God. It is so scary and so believable. Like, the sets, the acting, so scary. What are your thoughts, Bobby?
The music, it was just terrifying.
And what was really terrifying, there were scenes where like you'd have one shot during the day and then cut to night and then it would cut to day. And it was a brilliant way for Edward to show us how much time had gone by. Like days are going by here, obviously.
Yeah, I think that this movie like covers the most time passage in one film.
Yes, for sure. Okay, I've already broken.
Yeah.
No.
See, and all it took was me just deadpanning something.
Yeah, you deadpan too much. I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I do love how serious is like the whole like intro guy here saying beautiful lines such as, these events of our future, which will impact our future. And it's like, did you want to do a proofread on that, Ed? I don't know if you want to go with that line.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. we did you see the rest of what we shot? It's great in comparison.
Yeah.
No, this is of course the Plan 9 from Outer Space. Ed Wood's classic movie about aliens invading Earth by reanimating the corpses of the dead and doing it exactly 3 times and affecting about the same like 2 or 3 people every time. Like there's this pilot that sees the UFO and somehow he gets impacted over and over again by it. And then, by the way, I just want to say kudos to that airplane set. Oh, there it is, the airplane set. That is definitely an airplane cockpit, no doubt. Like,
yeah,
holy crap! The number of times they use these curtains are insane too. I'm certain they have a shot inside the alien ship. They got to. Oh, there we go.
Yep. Same curtains.
The
that's
alien
just the other. That's in theory. That's probably just the other side. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Well, alien ships like to fly around just partitioned off by curtains.
I will admit that this was like I had to take at least 3 attempts to get through this one.
Were you by yourself?
Yes.
That is always the mistake. That is a mistake I took with Captain America 1990. I watched this with my kids, and my daughter loves a good bad movie, and so we had fun with this one. Yeah, if you're attempting a bad movie, don't do it by yourself unless you have no other choice. That's all I can recommend, because otherwise it will start to get to you. But if you can laugh with someone with it, you can have fun. God, I love this alien actor that's over here for all the wrong reasons. His delivery is just so.
Oh yeah, it was dead on, but he was also just such a dick.
Yeah. Well, also like this guy here, fucking brilliant delivery as well. God, if you haven't seen this movie and you love great trash, this is like pinnacle great trash.
This is something that like is in our appreciating great trash Hall of Fame.
Oh yes.
Or really just like Hall of Shame, really.
Yeah. Like I really believe these are tombstones they're walking by. These little flimsy looks like they will fall over with the slightest breeze. Like these are definitely tombstones. I also like how the size of the tombstones will sometimes vary based on the shot. And I also love how lots of times when they're at the cemetery, it's always nighttime, but then they will have other external scenes that are supposed to take place at the same cemetery, but obviously shot in an actual like environment. So those will be during the daytime. I like how like they will just cut between those scenes all the time,
just seamlessly.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, how long is this like supposed to be taking place? Like when Bela Lugosi decides to raise up his cape in a menacing fashion, are we supposed to assume that takes like 3 or 4 days for him to do it?
Yes.
Okay, that then well done.
It's all about the dramatic effect.
Hello, wow, how you doing? But God, by the way, Bela Lugosi has a huge role in this movie.
He really did.
Yeah, it wasn't just a really brief thing slammed into the beginning, and then they got
and I mean, like, and he wasn't even showing scenery like that. That's for another actor in another movie that we're going to get to in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we have 2 different interpretations of that movie. Then,
what do you mean?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. In case you're wondering, this is an actual outdoor shot. This is not a set.
Yeah.
I don't know how you make something so bland look so just obviously set-like and just go with it. Like, oh my God.
Or how you can just look at it and be like, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Could they have not shot this outside? Could they just impossible to shoot this outside? Oh, yeah. Great art. Amazing art.
No, this was a great movie. I mean, this is definitely one that has been analyzed and discussed every which way from Sunday. So, like, we're not going to be covering any new ground with it, but this was a first time.
We're covering all the new ground.
All right, man. But this was like, I mean, first time in a long time watch for me. But,
yeah, it's been a couple years for me as well.
I mean, I had seen it before, but like I said, this one was just,
yeah.
I don't know, this one was a little bit rougher this time.
Yeah. Well, it's not a movie to watch by yourself. And it's probably not a movie to watch 100% sober either. But, you know, your drug of choice. But yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I did have to ask my ass where the Tylenol was.
Yeah, it's a little rough because yeah, you gotta laugh at it, you gotta have fun with it. Yeah, the forcing in oh my God, the UFO. My son was chuckling so much at the UFO because he's like, oh my God, I can see the string. And it's like, yeah, it's right there. They aren't even trying.
Yeah, you're supposed to, buddy. Well, actually,
not even trying.
No, you're not, but
yeah. No,
they
you're not.
tried.
But Ed Wood was too incompetent a filmmaker to know not how to avoid that.
I don't think that he was more, not so much incompetent, but maybe he was just more committed to what he thought his vision was.
Maybe.
You know, like that's
I don't know
what he wanted to do. So,
like, I don't want to say like incompetent to dismiss him because
did you love how all the exteriors of all the different houses that are in no way the exact same house?
They aren't the same house. What are you talking about?
Were.
No, they're completely different. Come on, Bobby.
All right.
They were obviously completely different.
Yeah, Pink Bunny, I do agree with you. I think that more directors should have the balls to carve their own path.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we take the Tim Burton movie at face value, it really struck me that he loved movies, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, I do
just
too.
wasn't good at making them.
Yeah. I mean,
but you know, part of me is also like, man, bless him for doing it.
well, hey, Bob. Like Kid Rock's not good at making music, but that doesn't stop him.
Maybe it should.
I agree.
Like, I don't want to. I wouldn't want to stop Ed Wood, but Kid Rock, maybe he should stop.
I mean, I'm just an example. I'm not. I mean, if I had to pick who makes a higher caliber of art, it's obviously Ed Wood.
Yes, at least Ed Wood cares about the art, just not enough to do better. With it,
I mean, Ed Wood, unlike Kid Rock, is not a culture vulture, and like he would at least maybe not need to borrow on other people's creative endeavors to piggyback his own ideas or half ideas.
Or just realize, oh wow, I'm completely tapped out of talent, so I think I will just lean into the whole culture war thing and really embrace that.
Or just like boo because people don't applaud him. Anyways, we're off topic here.
Yeah. Well, my daughter noticed how cinched her waist was, and that was she was like, "Oh my god, that looks terrifying." And I had to bring up to her, yeah, actually, there are women that do that. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it looks terrifying too. Like,
what
don't
the
do that.
the
Holy
cinched
shit.
waist?
Yeah. Oh, geez, that does not look comfortable. And my daughter was like, "Okay, for gender equality, there needs to be men that do that too." I'm like,
oh,
okay.
Yes.
I would argue for gender equality neither, but
I mean, I think that's like an aesthetic thing, and if people choose
if
to
you
do
so
that way,
choose it, sure.
yeah, sure, yeah. I mean,
but
it's not hurting anyone at the same time.
True.
So,
but also, God, it looks uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, it looks horribly uncomfortable. It looks like what was it? That movie Shakespeare in Love, where Gwyneth had to wear that full brassiere, how they tied everything.
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, not brassiere, but corset. Yeah.
Woo,
yeah. No. Just even imagine that, a piece of fabric wrapping yourself and just it being tied from the back sounds like a torture device.
True.
I'm good on that.
that. But yeah. Here's
these shots are cool.
Mothership. The mothership cool. With the little alien spaceships. Totally believable. I believe that was in space.
I bet you we can go to the hardware store and recreate those shots.
I mean, it looks
under $20.
Like it looks like it's a little Christmas ornament with just something wrapping around this
or like silver spray paint.
Yeah. It really does.
like for under $20 we could I mean,
maybe not with inflation, but in theory.
Well, I mean, I was saying, presuming the ornament was made here in the States. If it was made in Canada or Mexico or China, under $50. Because America is great again. But anyways,
is that what it is?
Sure.
I greatness.
I at least take one day's break from doom and gloom scrolling.
Yeah, I only do like a couple political look into politics a week because I just can't.
You could tell the days I do it on Facebook because every story is politically charged.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually usually tell the days where I dip my toes in politics because it's usually when I'm just yelling "fuck Trump, Trump" on social media. It's like, oh god.
Yeah. I just instead will find a goofy picture of Robert Kennedy, stick one particular line from one particular Pink Floyd song, and leave it at that.
Ooh, which one?
Hey You.
Oh, sure.
And it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because, and the worms ate into his brain.
Yes.
Because
they did.
Yep.
Here's one of those famous shots of Bela
that right there.
That the dead.
That's probably that was probably like $500 right there.
Yes,
just to get Bela to do that. $500.
Because it was definitely Bela that did this.
Money well spent. It's the pod people philosophy, man. They paid for it. They're gonna film it. And just like in Pod People, they paid for that van, so they're gonna film it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pilot's wife ended up being the fucking damsel in distress, and they really had to work that. Like, so they put her.
Wait, there was a damsel in distress.
Yeah. Well, the cop and then the detective and then the general and the pilot go off. Well, they go off looking for the aliens and leave the cop with the pilot's wife in the cemetery, and they put the wife in the car because she will be safe there. Now, keep in mind, she doesn't lock the doors or anything like that. She just hangs out in the car.
Just hangs out in the car, yeah.
The cop is quickly overwhelmed.
Hey, the window was cracked. The radio was on. She was cool.
I was expecting them to break in the window, but literally these zombies apparently learned how to open car doors, even though they seem like mindless creatures. Yeah.
Zombies.
Just open the car door and grab her while she just screams. It's like, sure, why not?
And you know what's funny is like something that I recalled while I was rewatching this. Something that I recalled watching this is that blew me away the first time I watched it, but I kind of thought more about here. Hold on this one real quick.
Okay.
How connected Thor is to this film and everything, and how much that iconic face of his that he's making throughout most of the movie is connected to it, but how little it is in the actual film.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's easy to forget. Like, who is the main character of this? Because I guess if I had to pick one, it'd probably be the pilot, Jeff.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I would say it would be the Thor and the lady.
Yeah, that an argument can be made for that.
Or like that was the wife, right? Hey, GTA.
Yes, I believe that she was supposed to be the wife of Bela Lugosi.
But what's funny is, like, you know, we see her buried in one thing, and then just see her in that dress looking like Morticia the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I think more of like, where the hell did she get that?
Yeah. Did she just walk around the house like that?
Was she buried? Was she buried in separate clothing? Like, did she was she buried with her wardrobe?
Is that her normal wardrobe? Is that yeah? So that was Bela Lugosi's wife in this movie.
Yeah.
Resurrected, and then they resurrected him once he died, because he died of grief when they shot him walking outside the house, and then when he walks off scene, they just pause it and have the car crash sound. Be like, he died.
That was pretty funny.
Oh my god,
I did laugh at that. That was pretty funny.
So believable.
It was kind of more okay.
Yes. Hey, Grand Theft Auto Bot. Make sure to like and subscribe to all the channels.
Yes.
Bobby Quarters, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Organized Chaos. But yeah, this is like just the iconic bad movie.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Like that shot. I think I've seen. No, not that one, but the next.
Yeah,
one.
but this one.
Yes, I think I've seen that one more attached to Plan 9 than I have any other characters in Plan 9.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely. Like these. Visually, these guys are Plan 9.
Well, yeah.
If you see these, it's like, oh, it's Plan 9.
Yeah, it's like, or just her walking through. Just that's Plan 9 from outer space. Like,
but yeah, the classic
or
bad movie. Yeah, this one's pretty awesome because
I've seen this shot.
So the aliens have these guns that allow them to control them. But then, like, they don't always work because the one malfunctions, and the guy has one, but rather than use it, they shut down the whole machine because the reanimated corpses will go after the aliens as well.
Yeah.
I don't understand their plan at all. Like, we're going to reanimate corpses, so we do it exactly 3 times, and...
But it's like we're going to
reanimate over and over again.
We're going to reanimate corpses. Okay, what are we going to do next? We're going to reanimate them. Yeah, we've already done that, but no, we're going to reanimate them.
What's the next step?
We're going to reanimate them. Is that your plan? Yes.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like South Park. It's step 1, reanimate corpses.
Step 2,
profit.
No, it's step 2.
Yeah.
Step 3, profit.
It's like, wait, what's this?
What's step 2?
Yeah. We'll just reanimate corpses and then profit. We got this, guys. Yeah. Classic movie. I do recommend getting together with a group of friends and just watching this. Or if you're like me and just regularly hang out with your kids, just force your kids to watch it with you. That's always fun. Yeah, and nothing screams alien UFO interior like this set. Like basic office chair, basic desk and curtains. Fucking
hey man, we got all that stuff from Ancient Aliens, like
yeah.
desks,
True.
like the Resolute desk. Aliens.
Yes, true.
Aliens.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto Bot figured it out for us. Step 1, reanimate corpses. Step 2,
yes.
Step 3, conquest. That step 2 doesn't matter. We're good.
No, it does not at all.
Doesn't impact anything. But yeah, classic movie. I highly recommend checking it out. Before we get too far into the next one, though, real quick, got a couple polls up for you guys. So I have the poll up for my next comic book. That just got released, so you guys can go vote for that. That's on the Organized Chaos.
He'll read something like
Post
this
channel.
Not this, but he will read something similar. Like,
hey,
ooh.
Batman is up there, and it's the only one for
well,
votes so far,
this is just a book of Two-Face stories.
Hey,
like pretty cool ones because I got like these old detective comics.
Oh wow, classic.
And hold on, more of like the 70s Two-Face and Batman. Yeah. And more modern, or at least 90s. This is a good one, actually. This is where Two-Face relives his childhood. And it starts with him on a building, ready to jump off. I mean, Batman saves him. But,
of course.
Yeah. And some... oh, this is a good one, too. It's Joker, Two-Face, where he meets a firefighter who was injured, and Batman saved his life. And he's grateful. I guess in that universe, citizens of Gotham can go visit people in Arkham.
That's nice.
This guy was trying to convert Two-Face and save his soul.
But that is up. But Organized Chaos Podcast. If you go to that channel, go to the post section on there. What great trash are we covering for the 200th episode?
Oh.
And while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe to everything.
Yes.
But yes. So our next movie, Mickey 17. This is the big new movie. Just came out this weekend. Something just caught my attention.
And apparently, from what I've read, has been like crushing it this weekend at the box office.
Has it been? I noticed my theater was surprisingly full. I wasn't expecting that much.
Mine? Well, I went to like a 8:15 showing on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't a lot of people there, but a large amount. Like I was a little surprised for that much of a turnout on it, because I've seen newer movies for the show like on that time on a Sunday, and it's really not that full of a theater usually. Like maybe 2 or 3, but there was at least like maybe 8 or like 10 other people in there.
All right, it looks like crushing it might be a bit much. Here's the numbers article. Weekend projection: Mickey 17 tops the charts with mediocre 19.1.
What was budget?
I don't know off the top of my head. I doubt it had a massive.
I think 19 is a great for opening weekend on a non-holiday weekend.
Well, I mean, for definitely a non-franchise movie, that pretty much the main draw for me was the director, because I like the director quite a bit.
Main draw,
18.
right? Okay, yeah, it has a bit of ways to go before it's like, or as they consider it a success.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, because how renowned is that director? Like,
I don't know if I would say necessarily renowned.
Like
he did
the common movie going audience.
Yeah, well, that's. I'll be honest. That's why I didn't expect it to do particularly huge. Because it was a director I recognize, but yeah, I don't
knew who he
expect
was. Well, yeah, I knew
average
who he
people.
was.
Yeah,
I knew who he was
um,
because we watched Parasite, and yeah.
yeah,
And when I realized it was the same guy, I was like, "Oh, cool,
yeah.
cool." Like,
What
I don't care.
the guy from Parasite doing some sort of class commentary movie? What the fuck?
Cool. No, just
Unheard of.
cool. Yeah, cool. I don't care. Cool.
Mhm.
I'm down for this.
But yeah, this is essentially a movie that takes place. It's I think the year is supposed to be 2047 or something like that, so it's not too far off. There's an expedition to this planet called fuck, I'm completely forgetting what it's called, but it was a Norris thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much an ice world where the only intelligent life we've encountered are these slug things. We're going to terraform it. We got a whole cast of people who are there to help terraform it, and Mickey is their expendable. Every space mission is allowed one expendable. Expendables are technically outlawed on Earth because they find it like a violation to just like copy people over and over again. But because they're in space, they're allowed one expendable per ship.
Yeah, because they said the expendable program got cut on Earth in 2036.
Mm-hmm. Because
after people had more questions of its morality.
Yeah,
it's just.
But then when you're watching this movie and like learning about Mickey and all the times
and then more, it's like
dies.
kind of, it's like, you know what? I think they had it right on Earth. Like, this isn't right.
So like they are literally like exposing like they have him. He's on this planet and they have him take off this helmet and they're like, go ahead, take some deep breaths, like you're breathing in this terribly deadly virus that would be fatal to all humans, and make you die a terrible death. And then, you have Mickey's voiceover going, yeah, they were right. That's exactly what was going on that planet.
They were right. There was a virus. It was pretty bad, actually.
I died pretty terribly. It was awful.
I'll say there was a lot of moments in my theater, at least, where I was definitely the only one laughing at a lot of the stuff.
Oh, well, this is a very dark comedy. Like, very dark.
I mean, there was moments where like the whole theater laughed, and I kind of, but there's other moments where I'm the only one laughing, and I mean hard at jokes.
Well, what I like about this movie is this is what art is great at. Art is great at being completely non-political at all.
and non-satirical.
Yes.
In caricatures of people.
Yes. Because Mark Ruffalo definitely didn't play anybody I recognize. He was definitely a unique character.
I loved him chewing scenery. Oh my God, that was so great. My favorite particular part is when the hologram of him was doing a celebratory dance.
Yeah.
It's like that motion. Only one in the theater who laughed at that. Only one who caught that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't really catch the theater laughing, but there was quite a bit here. I was just like, "Oh my God, this is so morbid." I love it.
Yeah, he was definitely not playing an allegory for Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form.
No, he was just playing this dude, this politician who was just kind of a loser, who was very surface level, liked lots of extravagant things, but largely wasn't too deep of a guy, and just kind of mostly did what the people around him told him to do, and but he did have a fanatical following that would just worship everything he said.
Some just like crazy loyalist.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know if that's an allegory for anybody.
But yeah. Really quickly though, Toni Collette too.
Oh yeah, she was. It was kind of the same thing with her. She was obviously much smarter, but like she was so like vain and like she had this obsession with sauces, where it just like
just fucking evil, and I loved it.
Yes. She has this morbid obsession with sauces, and that's part of what they almost felt like that's part of why they went to that alien planet, because the little slug things I was talking about. Apparently, she liked to cut off the tails and blend that into a sauce, and it was the most delicious thing she'd ever had. And there was even a moment where we're seeing Kenneth Marshall, who is definitely not Donald Trump, on the view screen talking about how delicious these creatures are, but then quickly changing around what he's saying and talk about how these creatures are vicious man-eaters and they will eat you up.
And I want to call them that. In fact, that's what we're going to be referring to them as, is that.
Yes.
That, yeah, again, that got a pop out of me. And
Yeah.
not too many other people in the theater, I guess, really got that nuance.
But I mean, that's kind of like the beginning of the movie. You get Mickey 17. It's right at the beginning. Mickey 17's just trapped in this. Is like there's obviously some sort of ice collapse. He fell down quite a bit, but he survived. He was like, "Oh shit, I survived! What amazing!" And then essentially Timo, who's his friend from Earth, who a sketchy fucking guy, but he goes down there. And he's like, "Oh shit, you're alive! Too bad this
Fucking
rope
Glenn.
isn't longer.
Fucking
Otherwise,
Glenn.
I'd be able to get you."
Fucking Glenn.
Yeah. Glenn, you piece of shit.
You fucking.
But yeah, so he's like, "Hey, I got your flamethrower. We can save your flamethrower, but we won't be able to come down for you. So hopefully it goes quickly for you." And then of course he leaves. Then Mickey sees all these giant aliens coming for him. He's like, "Oh, this is it. They're gonna eat me." And instead, they just carry him out to the surface and literally wave goodbye at him as he's leaving. And
They're like, "Go."
"Hey."
It was almost that they were like, "No, get the hell out of my. No, get the hell out of here. No."
Yeah,
No,
they are
get
like,
lost.
"Yeah, we don't want to kill you. This is our house. Get out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny is when we got to that point in the movie, or like when it caught up to where we came in.
Mm-hmm.
I was starting to think, like watching it, and just open-minded watching it, not even thinking, not even with my sci-fi fanatic hat on, and just out of nowhere I was like, wait a minute, if he returns they think he's dead, so they would have reprinted him. So what are we going to do in that case if there's two of them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they just kill is he just going to die right when he walks in? And that's going to go, oh, okay, boom, huh. Or maybe just kill the one that they printed. You have more information, or just boom, and print a new one, which is what I expected, not what I got in the end. And I'm quite all right with that too.
Yeah,
because I started to wonder, yes, like if there's two of them in one area, like what the hell? What are they going to do? So the movie answered that, and apparently that is highly illegal in this world.
Yes. So the guy who invented printing technology was a complete psychopath, and he was using it so he could make alibis so he could go out and murder people.
Yeah. And again, I love that. I thought that was hilarious.
Like, oh, of course he is. Of course he is. In case you haven't caught, like, this movie is essentially it's about the rich kind of doing whatever they fuck they want, and everyone else fighting for scraps.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, I don't know what world that's like.
No, not at all.
But yeah, that's pretty much what this whole world is. And you have people who mean well, people who want to do well, like the scientist Dorothy and her translator. She actually made a translator so she could talk. They could talk to the aliens,
communicate with these aliens.
Yeah.
Like that was like phenomenal. I was
more
like, holy crap, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, they made those noises, and you saw like Mickey 17 kind of imitate them back, and that's where it's kind of like, wait, could they possibly communicate? And apparently she had the same idea. And
yeah, when he did that, I was like, what is he just kind of mimicking the sound? He's like, it was like, I clearly understood that. So yeah, and again, just watching it just as a movie, and when he first mimicked it, it was like, well, it understood you, like it said something back to you, so it didn't take it as a threat. That's a positive.
But yeah, you also have the girlfriend who at first I wasn't too fond of, but as when we got towards the end, I was okay, mainly because she was there to protect the alien baby, which I'll be honest, by the end of this movie, the only characters I was really invested in were the aliens. If they did their sonic scream and blew up all the humans' brains, I would understand.
Yeah, I'd get it.
Considering all that went down, I get it.
I'd get it, yeah.
Yeah, that would be understandable. Of course, yeah. But yeah, I I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. What do
I
you
did
think,
too.
Bobby?
I thoroughly enjoyed this as well.
Yeah.
I kind of really enjoyed the setting and it being I wouldn't say quite dystopian, but it definitely had like a lot of those elements to it.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's fairly dystopian, although we don't see a whole lot of Earth.
no, we
in this.
don't. We
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, the dark comedy aspect and how more of there was a lot of the same comedy, like I guess level of humor
Mm-hmm.
that I noticed in Parasite when we watched
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Which,
Although this one, I definitely say leaned harder into the comedy than Parasite
yes,
did for sure.
yes.
Which I'm all for. Go
Well,
for it.
I would say that the funniest part of Parasite was definitely like where all the bricks kind of all the chips fell at once at the
Yeah.
end, where like the bloody people are running out in the middle of the child's birthday party.
Yes.
Hilarious.
People are getting murdered. Yep. This world's fucked up.
All the times we see Mickey dying, kind of funny each time.
Yeah.
Like even like, wait a minute, he's still alive. It's okay.
Yeah, it's so morbidly dark that's like, oh my god. And like the time where like they're printing him and like there's obviously no one there to moderate all the mistakes
table.
with printing.
Shit, the table. Oh shit. Yeah.
Like they talk about all his different. Oh
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that was yet another moment where I apparently was the only one who found that funny.
I was chuckling quite a bit at that one, just like, oh my god,
and then like the time you see him,
and no one's there to watch it.
I think like the three, because they did that 3 times, and it was the rule of 3. The first time they catch it, the second time you see them like, okay, and then the third time, boom, he just falls.
Yeah, printed right into the ground.
Boom, and then like you even see somebody look up and then look over and right back
yeah,
to
like they see it happen, they're like, yeah, we'll get to it later. But he talks about how every Mickey has different personalities, and we kind of see that because we mainly see Mickey 17 and 18 in this movie, and 18 definitely has more of an edge, although he definitely seems to be a bit smarter as well. But we can definitely see how that happens because we see when they're uploading, like there's all types of connection issues. We'll have people tripping over wires and fucking around with it. It's like, yeah, the issues with the different Mickeys is because you guys don't do a great job with it. In the machine, you see the machine when it's printing the body kind of like seize up every once in a while as the body's being printed. It's like, man, this is
it
great
reminded me of those
technology.
like super old school printers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know the ones that
yes.
we had when we were kids.
You'd want to depend on that to resuscitate you if you were dead,
like
right?
a Xerox. It looked like a Xerox. It sounded like a Xerox printer too. It like
yes.
I thought that was just this is too funny.
Yes, there was fun to be had with this movie.
So did his accent throw you off at first?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I guess not really. I don't know. It was a little weird, but then you kind of realize that accent is kind of specific to Mickey 17.
Yeah. At first, I wouldn't say it was jarring. It was just kind of, okay.
Yeah, it is kind of like, what are you doing with this? But then, then you see kind of what's going on with this. It's
and I tried to place it a lot of the time, like exactly where Mickey was from.
You see, I just assumed it was a printing error. It gave him a weird accent.
Science fiction, man. That's why it's so fucking cool. No, this was great. I love the space, like the shot that we have on the main one of him. I think like where we first he's outside in the ship looking out in the spacesuit. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Like that is just that was super cool. And like the space, when they leaned into the sci-fi aspect of it, it was really cool. But this was definitely, I would say, good balance of sci-fi and comedy.
Yeah,
but like when they leaned into the sci-fi like this, that's cool. That was cool.
I mean that this scene, it's like this beautiful scene, and then they're like, "Hey, Mickey, what do you feel like?" He's like, do you feel a little dizzy and lightheaded? He's like, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, you're getting massively irradiated right now. You're going to be dying really fucking soon. Please tell us everything you feel. It's like,
Please
wow.
describe every moment. Can you
Yeah.
hold your hand? Was like, hold your hand up and take your glove off so I can see
Yes.
it. That was like,
in space, take your glove off.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, are you? It's like, wow, are we really doing this? And then boom, I went, oh, nope, we're not.
Yeah,
Even
the hand
better.
just gets taken off immediately by a random asteroid. It's like, sure, why not?
Yeah, and the hand, even the shot in the trailer, the hand floating by, that was yet another moment where apparently I'm a sick fuck.
I thought it was quite funny as well. Like, it is.
I mean, the
morbid as
people
fuck,
behind
but
me,
yeah.
the people behind me laughed. They chuckled, but like,
I guess maybe even for me, I don't know
let's-
how much I got to laugh, but as much there's lots of moments where I was just like,
yeah, there was a lot of
this
moments.
shit happens where it's like, holy shit.
I was really laughing a lot at Mark Ruffalo too, because like,
oh, how
it
could
was
you
just,
not?
oh my God. Like, there were some moments where I could tell that were funny, and I just heard crickets from everybody else. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Are you guys like a little offended by this?
Yeah.
Is this new information to you?
He is having fun playing Trump. And it's one of those things where he's not being subtle about it at all. He like, we were joking about earlier, he is Trump.
Like, he is. Like, it's really obvious. And I think the best joke, or like when it was dead on, and I think when the audience caught it in my theater, is when he said, it'll be the best ever.
Yeah,
everyone will say it. It'll live on forever. And I'm just, oh my God.
Yeah,
I go, that is an actual. It's like, is that an actual quote? Like,
yeah, he's not doing an exact version of the voice, but it's definitely leaning into the voice.
And he has a lot of the mannerisms too.
I don't want the behind the scenes. Give me actual.
Was that one of them holding a cardboard cutout of him as Mickey?
Oh, it might have been.
That's pretty fucking hilarious, actually.
Now I won't find. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're holding up a card. Oh, they have a couple Mickeys there. Okay, that's pretty funny. Well, I guess Rob Pattinson wasn't there, so they pulled over 2 Mickeys so they could have 17 and 18 there.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
But yeah,
or they probably told him not to go there so they could do that.
So if you are looking for just this dark sci-fi comedy that is definitely not afraid to lean into politics hard, yeah, I recommend this. This
was very good. Yeah.
I
also really loved the look of the ship. I mean, all the makeup on his cheeks.
Oh, dude,
and those fake teeth.
Oh, the fake teeth were really obnoxious, but it's like that's so Trumpian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like how the ship is like, it's just kind of almost just like this
almost the use
obviously
of color
designed to just be like this grimy what you need ship.
Well, like,
but then there's
and then we go to their room, like where Mark Ruffalo.
This is his room. This is their room
on the
this
space
extravagant
station,
thing,
which is on their floor. Floor.
Yeah, and it's just going in a little bit into this. Like, this is taken during a scene where like they will have like awarded dinners to the crew, and then they send Robert Pattinson up there as Mickey wins, and they're like, you can have anything you want to eat. So he asked for a tenderloin, and I'm like, okay, that's a pretty good ask. Tenderloins are delicious. And he goes up there and he's eating it, and I'm looking at that thing going, that's not a fucking tenderloin. What the fuck are they feeding him?
Yeah, looking at it going, I was like, looks like beet. That looks like a giant beet cut as a tenderloin. Like,
yeah, it looks gross,
and it looks horribly and whatever it is, it's horribly undercooked.
And it turns out that it's an experimental genetic thing, and it gives him it's pretty much borderline poisons him. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That one scientist. Oh, that's an exact side of that. I was afraid of that. Well, here we have an antidote for him. Oh, well, sir, I'm sorry. It looks like I messed up again.
Oh, Jesus!
Don't let your continued failures define you. Oh, when Ruffalo said that, oh, dude, I laughed out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun movie.
Great
if you,
movie. Yeah.
yeah,
Highly recommended. I might
yeah,
go back to the theater and see this, or I actually just might purchase a physical copy when it comes
yeah.
out.
I was thinking I'll probably get a physical copy when it comes out. I don't even get that many physical copies anymore.
Yeah.
I should, because streaming services suck. But yeah,
And physical media is king.
yeah. Physical media is physical media is also tough to get a hold of. Very few places actually sell it. Do you realize last time I went Christmas shopping, Walmart has a bigger selection of physical media than Best Buy.
Best Buy still has physical media sections?
They had some vinyl that I could find. That was
Oh,
it.
well, I mean, if you're gonna do vinyl, go to the mom and pop shops. Don't.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because your chances of getting like second or third edition or first are higher than just something that was made last year. That's just, I'm going to get off my egg carton for that one. But yeah, if you're going to buy music, try that always.
Always, yes.
Always. There's a great one across the street from my work called Lost Weekend. And like, I wanted a CD and I couldn't find it. And I just didn't want to order it on Amazon. I wanted to give them the business. So I went over and I told them I wanted this CD. And I told them like the name, but I think I said CD once, but I just kept saying album. So I got the LP. I mean, it's still a great album, and I'm not disappointed. It's Jimi Hendrix playing blues.
Yay.
Like, yeah.
Well, are you ready to talk about Daredevil season 3?
Yeah, let's get into it, because apparently a lot happened from season 2 where we left off and where we're jumping back in.
Yeah, it was pretty much Defenders happened, where Matt pretty much died, and then we see here kind of the basic superhero thing. He got blown up, but like he was actually sucked through a sewer pipe and survived. So, yay! it's basic superhero stuff.
I missed a lot of it.
On it.
So yeah. I mean, so what was happening with Karen and Foggy? Did their storylines just stop, or did anything progress with them and Defenders?
I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I've seen Defenders. Elektra's storyline definitely ended in Defenders because that was she was the main villain there. So her story ended there.
Well, cool. You saved me 9 episodes. Thank you.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not as good as Daredevil, but it's not bad.
Well, I mean, I like 3 of the actors portraying out the 4 main, so
true.
I've tried watching all of them, and just Iron Fist was a hard pass for me.
I don't want to like criticize Finn Jones too much because I think he's a decent actor, but like Iron Fist was so poorly written.
I didn't like the first one because I was like, okay, so he's like a wannabe Tony Stark.
Kinda. He is kind of meant to be the Tony Stark of the Defenders, but just I'm kind of okay with them not having a Tony Stark, since the point of them is supposed to be like they're just they're the ground level guys.
Yeah, but we already have a Tony Stark. Okay.
We also already have a Tony Stark, yeah.
Yeah.
But so I have never seen this season of Daredevil because this came out pretty much Luke Cage just got canceled. And I think I even did a tweet at the time saying, yeah, it looks like, if I had to guess, all the Netflix series are going to get canceled here real soon. And then this got released, and immediately it was announced that it was canceled. I was just like, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I'm right. But unfortunately, when they started announcing that, I lost interest in watching this stuff, so I didn't watch.
Yeah, because they announced it, and I think I had like maybe 2 or 3 left to watch in season 2, but I had timed it so where I would finish season 2 right after all of season 1 dropped. Season 3, so, and I started watching like a couple episodes into 3, and then I heard it and I was like, well, there's no point in me finishing this now.
Yeah, but I mean, now we got Born Again, so there is kind of a point. But
now there is, yes.
And you know, actually, like sitting down and watching this because I haven't seen it yet. I feel like I kind of slept on this for 6.5 years because this is a solid introduction.
This is very good. Yeah, I'm liking this because I feel like they took a different step this season. And like really amped everything up.
I knew Fisk was a big villain in this season, but I assumed like somehow they would open with him like figuring out a way to get out of prison or something like that. But the actual season so far, him getting out of prison is part of how he's becoming like the main antagonist. He is a major player in this season. And at first, like, well, first of all, at the end of the first episode, we get introduced to this new character, Nadim. And what we know early on is that he's a guy under heavy financial burden. Shit is not going well for him. And when we were first getting introduced to him, I was like, okay, is this going to be a guy that turns to crime or something like that? What is this guy's story? And then we later find out he is a special agent for the FBI, I believe. Yeah, it must be the FBI. And he has been trying to get a raise or a promotion so he can afford his sister-in-law's cancer treatment, which is burying him in debt. But he cannot get a raise because he is in so much debt. It makes him a viable target to anyone who wants to influence him. So it's this like impossible situation that he's in, where it's like, okay, I understand why you can't put him in a key role, but like, dude's a good agent and needs help. But then he gets the opportunity he needs because they've been going to have regular interviews with Fisk. And Nadim goes to go talk to Fisk, expecting Fisk to just tell him to fuck off. Instead, Fisk says, I'm going to tell you fucking everything. Because Fisk believes Vanessa is in danger. And he's willing to sell out fucking everybody to help Vanessa. Yeah. Or it appears. So I do believe Fisk is concerned about Vanessa and really doesn't care about selling out everyone else. But there is definitely more to the game that we aren't seeing.
I think we're starting to see Fisk's hand a little, or at least we saw a little bit of in like the fourth episode, where this FBI agent who really had a keen aim and had a tendency to be quite accurate. One would say that he could hit the bullseye from anywhere.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I was like, oh, that's right, bullseye is in this season. I mean, that's right. And him be going like, I don't remember him being this, but then that's when I kind of was remembering I had seen this their season before or bit. But later Fisk, after he gets released and he's in this penthouse, which is a point of contention later in the fourth episode, but they start talking, or he's like talking to the feds about what happened in the shootout and everything, and he doesn't sell him out, and he just kind of looks right at the camera, and it's just, oh, you're in his pocket now. Oh, and I go, I know it. I see Fisk's game now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So, like, we get introduced to this FBI agent who has a keen aim, and he's talking to a therapist, and he talks about how like he has regular dinners with Julie, and they like tonight's pizza night. They order pizza together, and it all sounds kind of nice and sweet. And then we actually see him hanging out with Julie, who is apparently a woman he stares at through binoculars in his car as she goes out and eats dinner. And it is like, oh, this guy's kind of fucked up. Like, you kind of assume there's something up with him, but then he's describing this relationship. It's like, that sounds like a nice, friendly relationship. Then you actually look at it, it's like, oh, dude, you took something nice and friendly and made it fucked up.
Yeah.
But there's lots of interesting elements. Like I know the new series is called Born Again, but this feels like a Born Again story because Matt survives. He wakes up, he's injured. At first he's deaf in his right ear, so like he can barely move around. But then he starts figuring out how to essentially clear out his system. And even though he's not 100%, he's still able to do Daredevil stuff essentially.
Yeah, like him being rehabilitated in a church and all that. I straight thought that was season 2. I straight thought that was the beginning of season 2. So, because I remember when I was watching, like, it didn't start the way I remember it.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. Yeah, because I remember that him being rehabilitated in the church. I'm kind of liking this route a little bit more because it seems the nun has a little bit more of a easier way of getting through to Matt than Stick ever did. I mean, Stick did in his own way, but like,
well, she has an edge, but she definitely seems to have more of a moral compass than Stick, which not a high bar to clear. But yeah,
no, again, yeah, Stick wasn't the greatest.
Yeah. By the way, the nun is played by Joanne Whaley, who somebody I haven't seen around a whole lot, but she's doing a damn good job. So I enjoying her performance.
I did love it when the priest brought that guy down the box with Matt, and it was just, you want me to hit a blind guy? Look,
yes,
yeah, just Father, look, I'm not. That was a cool moment, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many cool moments. So far in this first part of this season, Matt has essentially said, "I'm giving up on half of my life," and the half of his life he's given up on is the Matt Murdock side.
Yeah.
So he's avoiding contact with Foggy and Karen, and he is kind of just living isolated in this church and going out at night and doing Daredevil shit, and that is it. And he doesn't even have his really jazzed up fancy costume, so he's going like kind of old school with his old black costume that we saw at the beginning of season 1.
Yeah.
I really like how it's kind of like a back to basics for him, and I like how this season's doing it. I like how we're seeing the reveal of Wilson Fisk's plan, which is, because at first it's almost like I almost feel sympathetic a little bit for Wilson Fisk, because I get wanting to protect him, and like, fuck it, I'll sell out all criminals, protect my love. It's like, okay, I can see that, but another part of me is like, it's fucking Wilson Fisk. He's doing other shit, and he's definitely doing other shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, like when he got shanked in episode 2, I was watching that and I was like, did he pay somebody to shank him? That was like the first thing going through my mind.
My thought is, like, when the guy did it, that thought didn't cross my mind. It was just more of like, oh, like as soon as the guy hit him, I went, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah.
I was talking to Fist, like, oh, you fucked up. Like,
I was semi-expecting Fist to murder him, because at that point, like, there's going to be a fight, and kind of, if you see what happens, Fist can do kind of anything almost, and but for me, like, it was immediately suspicious where he shanked him. It's like, dude, you could have just gone for his throat. You could have ended him instantly, and instead you just get him in the gut, and it's like, you don't even really disabilitate him.
He could have been going for the liver.
Maybe, but there's so many easy targets he could get.
Nerves. The guy could have also just been an idiot.
Like I said, he could have just gone for the throat too if he really wanted to get him.
He also could have just been an idiot. I mean,
true.
We're thought that somebody convinced him to go up to do that to Wilson Fisk. So obviously, he is a bit of an idiot.
True.
But and then we later find out that someone did convince him to do that. So yes, confirmed, he is an idiot.
It was Wilson Fisk himself. But I'm really enjoying this. I feel like I kind of slept on this for 6.5 years just because it got canceled and I didn't want to get more invested in it. But now going back and rewatching it, or I guess watching this, I rewatched season 1, season 2, and now I'm actually just watching this one.
Yeah,
I am thoroughly enjoying this season so far. I'm really excited to see where it pans out. Unfortunately, that won't quite be next week because we got to finish off Invincible next week. But I am eager to get back to this. And then I'm also eager to see what Born Again does, because I feel like this feels like Born Again. This feels like, just kind of Daredevil back to basics, doing Daredevil shit. So interested to see what Born Again does after this. But anything you want to add, Bobby?
No.
All right. Yeah, solid stuff all around this week. Especially Plan 9 from Outer Space. Pure nightmare for that one.
Absolutely.
But we still have the poll up. If you guys haven't voted yet, Organized Chaos Podcast, it's on that channel. Make sure to
Plan 9
the channels.
Was originally going to be on here, but we just decided to add it.
It was already on the agenda, and we were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, I was like, we could just move it to the poll and like save it for the outputs. We decided to pick like way worse movies.
True.
Now, since we forgot last week, since we forgot last week, we're going to talk about it this time.
Yes, yes, because you posted this. I was like, "That's right, we forgot to go over it last week."
Yeah, as soon as you logged out, as soon as we both logged out, it hit me. I'm like, shit.
I think it hit me as soon after. I was like, "Wait, we didn't go over what we were going to talk about next week."
I that's why I made the chat, wrote the post.
Yeah,
but
I
next
saw that.
Week,
I was like, "Yeah, he
we're
caught it too."
doing Invincible season 3. We're jumping right back into it, so we're gonna go through episodes 5 through 8.
Yeah, we're finishing off season 3.
Yeah. We're also going to cover the Fantastic Four from 1994.
Oh, don't watch that alone. It is fun. But yeah.
And then we're also going to cover the current film or the new release, Novocaine.
Yes.
Are we doing the Steve Martin version?
No, we're doing
the Jack
about
Quaid?
The Steve Martin. Yeah, it's the Jack Quaid one, the one that recently was advertised. But
that's also
I
a dark
seen
comedy.
The Steve Martin one in a long time.
That's also a very dark comedy too.
I forgot about that one, but yes, God, I haven't seen that in forever.
That is a good. I haven't seen that one I don't think I've seen that one since high school. I'm a big Steve
Martin fan, so yeah.
So am I.
But yeah. Not Steve Martin next week. It's Jack Quaid.
All right. Okay. That's all right.
I'm a fan of Jack Quaid as well.
Yeah.
Not as much as Steve Martin, but
we like Jack Quaid on this channel.
He is the best actor I know of with the last name Quaid. I'll just leave that there.
And the only one yet to play a president.
True. But anything you want to add, Bobby?
No.
All right. Well, I will be live on the initiative on Wednesday. I know Eric's going through some stuff, so it might be me. We'll see who else wants to guest on. And then I got my solo stream Thursday, and then also on Saturday this week. So I'll be streaming a couple more times this week, covering a whole bunch of comic books during those streams. But thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to vote in all the polls. Make sure to like all the channels. You got Bobby Quarters over here. We got Organized Chaos Podcast, of course, Organized Chaos. Subscribe to all of them. Visit all of them. Links should be all around. Everyone.
Now, we still have some time to vote for the 200th episode. We have 8 more, right?
Yeah, we got a few more episodes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's still plenty of time if you haven't already. Do so.
Yes.
And we will have the reveal the week before.
Yes. But guys, be excellent to each other and
Take
party
care.
on, dudes.
Yeah, take care.